to the cloud. Okay, we're recording. And do you
All
need me to make you co-host, Bridget?
Oh, yes, if you could, that would be great. That way I can share my screen.
Awesome.
We're gonna start with a little bit of fun.
Okay, cool. And I just make you host, right?
Yep, host or co-host,
Okay.
either way is fine.
It doesn't give me the option, so you're host. Ta-da!
All right.
You might have to let people in as they come if you see them.
No problem. No problem
Okay.
at all. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to quiz you on how much you already know about Pinterest and then go from there. So let me know if you see my screen. You guys see my Kahoot? That sounds really funny.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So if you guys have the Kahoot app, go to the Kahoot app and add that pin. If you don't, you can just simply go to kahoot.it and put in that pin number. And Kelly, this is your first time using Kahoot, right?
It is.
Oh, you're going to love it. It's so fun. All right, Nick is in. There's Kelly. Jocelyn and Colleen, are you guys?
I'm in.
All right.
Yeah.
There's Jocelyn. All right, and I don't know if Debbie is just listening or if you're able to. Debbie, let me know if you want me to go ahead or if you want me to wait for you.
She's probably just listening.
Oh, did Debbie leave? Oh. All right, well, let's do this then. Let's go ahead and start. So if you don't know how to do it, basically you're going to see the questions on my screen, and then on your phone, you're going to answer the Kahoot based on the shape. So you're not going to actually put in an answer. You're just going to select the shape that correlates to the answer that you choose. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Some of these are very basic and others are a little bit more advanced. So don't feel like you need to know it. I just kind of wanted to see where you guys all are and what topics we need to start with. So here we go. What is the purpose of Pinterest? Chat to your friends, family, and boss, share ideas, recipes, and styles, find your location, or share your personal stories, videos, and pictures. I think I made these 20 seconds, so hopefully they don't take too long. Oh, there we go. All right, that is correct. Share ideas, recipes, and styles. So let's see. All right, Jocelyn is in the lead. So the faster you answer, the more points you get, just so you know. That's what makes it fun, a little competitive. Who are the majority of the users? Young men, teenagers, adult women, or adult men? Good guesses. Jocelyn's still in the lead. Kelly went up. Colleen went up.
It's like Jeopardy.
Awesome. All right, what are the most popular boards? Home decor, recipes, tutorials, or art? And again, good guesses. Woo, Kelly's jumping ahead. You must have been fast on that one, Kelly.
I think it was an accident.
What can you do in Pinterest? Learn to navigate, learn how to speak English, find a new partner, keep thoughts and ideas organized. Ooh, had a consensus on that one. Still in the lead, Kelly. What percent of the users have children? 50, 80, 15, or 5%? Wow, you guys all said the same answer. It was actually 50%. Where are the majority of the users from? Canada, India, Australian, or USA? And I didn't create this, so that's why it is improper English. I would have put Australia instead of Australian, spelled incorrectly, but I borrowed this quiz from Kahoot. All right, Kelly's still in the lead. What percent of the users are men? 40, 30, 20, or 10%? Oh, nobody knew it. 30%. So the scores stay the same. In which year was Pinterest launched? 2009, 2008, 2010, or again, misprint. We all know it wasn't 2100. My 14-year-old is coming over to see what Kahoot we're doing, guys. All right, scores stay the same. Which two concepts is the main name a combination of? Winter plus rest, daily plus rest, pin plus rest, or pin plus interest? Wow, you guys are fast. Pin plus interest equals Pinterest. Kelly's still in the lead. How many monthly active users does Pinterest have? 273 million, 322 million, 110 million, or 146 million? Across the board there, the correct answer, 322 million. That's going to be important when we talk about how to use Pinterest. Remember that, okay? All right, this one's a poll. Do you actively use Pinterest? Yes, no, I don't know, sometimes. Okay, so no no's. Awesome. Another poll. Have you ever used Pinterest? Cool. So at least you're somewhat familiar. Are you inspired to use, are you inspired to use a Pinterest account? This is for business, by the way. All right, let's see what we got. Third place, Jocelyn. Second place, Kelly. Up and coming from behind, Nick. Stealing first place from Kelly. All right.
Did not see that coming.
I'm going to stop sharing for a second. So like I said, I just wanted to do that quick Kahoot just because I thought it was kind of fun to see where you guys already are with Pinterest. Because there's a lot of things that people don't really understand about it. And that's why we're not using it in business. So the 322 million is a huge number. So the reason I get so excited about Pinterest is because it's not a social media platform. A lot of people think it's social media. It is not. It's essentially a web search platform, just like Google, Bing, all of those. So it's basically everything is evergreen content, right? It's not going anywhere. It's not like Facebook where it's going to get lost within a couple days. Pinterest is there forever and you can update it as you go, but it's not going anywhere. It's always searchable. So that being said, hashtags are all the more important. So hashtags are what really becomes searchable, right? So if you're in there and you're searching for a hashtag, if something's not hashtagged on your post, it's harder for them to find it. So we'll go into all of those details, but the biggest thing to remember is it is a search engine, okay? So people that go to Pinterest are clearly going for a reason. They're going to buy something, they're going for inspiration. You're going to get a lot higher conversion on Pinterest than any other platform. People might disagree with me on that, but I'm a firm believer that Pinterest will give you higher conversion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through with just a little disclaimer. I used to use my Pinterest business account for the consulting business that I was in. So you'll see a lot of stuff that really isn't related to to the body shop at home or anything like that. So bear with me. I was connected and now I'm not. So let me get logged in. Okay. And for some reason, it is not seeing that screen. Oh, there it is. Okay. Do you guys all see my Pinterest? Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through the very basics of setting up a business account, because just like Facebook, there is Pinterest for Business, which will allow you to see really in-depth analytics. Okay. So when you come to your Pinterest, when you're looking at mine, you're seeing my business hub because I've already put it as a business account. For those of you that don't have yours as a business account, you're going to come over to your profile and it's going to say within your profile, it's going to say convert to a business account. I can't show that to you obviously because I've already converted mine, but your first step is to convert your Pinterest account to a business account. Then from there, it's really, so if you keep in mind the goal of Pinterest being that people are going for inspiration. If you're looking at a Pinterest profile that is aesthetically pleasing and one that's just a bunch of randomness, which one are you going to be more drawn to?
Aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetically pleasing. So it might sound really dumb for me to say that you need to organize your profile, but it really is important. When people choose whether or not they're going to follow you, they're going to follow you if you look like someone who knows what they're talking about. If you just have a random, and I'll even show you a couple examples. So let's do this. Let's search. So home decor was what they say is the biggest thing in Pinterest. So let's just search home decor ideas. Okay. When you search for this, you can explore certain, and there's even a shop option, and I'll show you how to do that too. Okay. So let's just see. So these are some promoted ones. Let's find a person who has put, okay. That's not a person. See, so most of these are promoted. Let's just try it. Let's just try this one. This is a dollar store home decor ideas. Okay. So this is posted by Prudent Penny Pincher. Okay. So if we go to Prudent Penny Pincher's profile, you can see all of these look the same. This person has a clear style on their profile and they look legit, right? So this is someone that people are going to follow. Clearly, they've got 9.8 thousand followers. Okay. So as you're setting up your account, when you come into your pins, and by the way, anything is pinnable. So let me back up. If you come to, let's see here. I don't have a sign in. So let me stop sharing for a second. Kelly, do you mind if I use your business hub to show how to pin something?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So if I go to the bodyshopathome.com/Kelly Lagretta. Okay. Website.
Bridget,
So-
while you're doing that, can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
This is Jen Davidson, sorry.
Jen.
Hi. So I've had a Pinterest for a long time. So when you're talking about taking your personal Pinterest and making it a business hub, if people were to look at my business hub right now, if I would to convert it over, they would be like, what is going on? I have like wrestling banquet, graduation parties, Alice in Wonderland tea parties. And then I have like I do have body shop pins that I have started, but I have like 3,000 pins. Do you recommend maybe starting a brand new Pinterest?
No, and here's why. So
okay.
if you look at mine, when I come to, let's see, when I come to my regular profile, you'll see the same thing. Okay. So you see current fashion trends, jewelry, entrepreneurship, bomb blogs. And then down here, of course, wrestling mom. I've got, you know, fitness stuff. So I've got all kinds of different boards that I have in my Pinterest. The reason you want to keep it, and you'll see that at the beginning. So I started to make it aesthetically pleasing at the top. I didn't get through to do all of my boards because it was a bit time consuming to create the graphic for all the boards. But at least when somebody comes to my profile, it looks at the beginning like I know what I'm doing. The reason you want to keep the one you have, Jen, is because people are going to see that you have more stuff. It doesn't matter what your stuff is, you have more stuff. And Pinterest is very much like Facebook and Instagram in that the more you use the platform, the more they're going to show your content to people. So if you're going to start using Pinterest for business, you want to pin probably 20 to 25 things every day. Not necessarily your own content, but you want to go through. So if I come to my homepage, if I just want to go to, and of course now it's not taking me there. They changed the platform since I've been using it. But if I come back to the home decor that we were looking at before, okay, so let's go to spring break outfits must-haves. So if I'm looking at those, and I don't know why I didn't pull it up. If I come through here and I'm like, oh, this is cute, I'm going to go ahead and pin those because Pinterest sees that I'm actively pinning. So Pinterest knows that I'm using the platform for things other than my own marketing, right? So I'm like, oh, this is cute. I'm gonna pin this to current fashion, right? So 20 to 25 pins every day. I used to do half my own content, half other stuff that was related to my content. Does that make sense? So yes, definitely keep your own.
I may have made a mistake. So I rarely use Pinterest, and I mean my Pinterest was healing paws and hooves from my animal massage business, and it was basically dog art, animals, and tattoos. And I just didn't know if that was appropriate, so I created a business account. But I only want to use one Pinterest. Can I just start making my own boards and just kind of start from scratch?
You could, or you can merge them.
I can merge them.
You can merge them and change the name. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had two and I merged mine.
Okay.
It'll just put all the boards together.
Awesome. Yeah, see, I knew nothing about how to use Pinterest. So I thought, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so what you can do is if you come to here, you can go to Kelly's shop link, and obviously you're going to do it on your own personal website and not on Kelly's. And I don't know why it's not loading. There we go. Okay. So for those of you that use Chrome, I highly recommend that you use Chrome. Come to these three dots. Hopefully you can see it up here. And come to more tools, and then go to extensions. And then search Pinterest. Gosh, my computer's being slow today. Let me try it this way. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to add a little button to everything on the web. So all you have to do is click that little button and it will pin it for you. Makes life much easier. So Pinterest save button. So we're going to go to this one. I can't download it because I'm on a corporate computer, but you would click here on download. And then what it's going to do is when you are here on this shop page, every time you hover over an image, it will have a little Pinterest logo. And all you have to do is click on that logo and it will create the pin for you right there in your web browser where you already are. And put it straight.
I just got really excited about this.
Wow.
I
Can
just
you
got
do that?
really excited.
How many other platforms can we do that with?
Oh, anywhere
Oh
you're
my
on.
gosh.
If you have that extension in Chrome, you
Okay.
can pin from anywhere.
This is
so
crazy.
That pinning 20 to 25 things a day is a piece of cake because it's literally just clicking. Okay. So now when you're pinning these things, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are using words that are going to draw people to the pin. So for example, if I'm pinning, the Himalayan charcoal mask, I'm going to want to put on there. So the pop-up's going to come up and it's going to say, whatever text you want in your pin. And then it's going to ask you what board you want it on. So you want your boards to be categorized appropriately. So Jen, in your case, you would put it on the Body Shop board that you already have, right? And you could even do subcategories within the board, one for skincare, one for hair care.
Yes,
very
I've already
much,
started doing that. Yeah. Okay.
because if you think about it, it's an organizational tool. So organization freaks, you're gonna love Pinterest, right? You can do folders and subfolders, and it's really, really cool.
I feel like I just got free
Basically-
pens at the doctor's office. Like that's what I feel like. I just got free pens at the doctor's office. I'm really excited right now.
This sounds like Monica Geller's dream come true.
Right?
Yes.
So when you're putting the wording on your pin, make sure that you're using probably about 5 hashtags that relate to that product. Okay? So if you're branding yourself, so Kelly, you're, Easy Beauty with Kelly. Always hashtag Easy Beauty with Kelly. That way your customers can just go to Pinterest and look Easy Beauty by Kelly. Okay? And then pin anything that's relevant to the brand. So honestly, guys, I would do both the Body Shop and the Body Shop at Home because a lot of our customers aren't going to know to put at home. And you want your content to come up when anybody goes to search the Body Shop.
See what you're saying.
All right. So that's the basics of how to pin. Does that make sense? I know I'm going really fast. I just get really, really excited about Pinterest and I want to tell you everything. So if I'm going way too fast and I'm over your head, please tell me to stop.
No, my only question is, what do people do if they don't have a Bridget?
I mean, I don't know. That's a really great question.
Kelly, you are recording this, right?
Yes.
Okay, just so I can go back and rewatch again and again and again.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, so when I go back, I want to show you a couple things on my Pinterest. Okay, so you'll notice my banner up here. Okay, there's a little edit button here. So you can upload assets, you can use assets that you've already pinned. Basically, you can do whatever you want. But my recommendation would be, if you're branding yourself as a Body Shop at Home consultant, have every single thing up there a Body Shop product. If you're branding yourself as, an entrepreneur that is, an influencer to get people to join your business, then have things up there that are, maybe motivational quotes or maybe a combination of motivational quotes and products. Okay. You want that banner to give them an instant image of who you are and why they want to follow you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you come down here, now this is all editable. Okay. So I can take, if I want to say, okay, I want to take these blogs and I want to move them, I can come over here to edit and I can change anything in my profile so that it is more usable to the people that are following me. So I can put quotes first, or I can edit any of that. I can do it A to Z. anything that you want. Okay. So for example, like if I come into current fashion trends, so as you see, under my current fashion trends, I have a subcategory, boho style. Okay. So if I come to boho style, I could click here on organize and reorganize these. Because remember, this isn't just for me. This is for anybody that's looking at my boards. So don't think about what you want to see first. Think about what you want them to see first. Okay. So if this, I'm going to find one that was, I didn't create any of these, so that won't work. But I want to show you something. So if you come here, this is going to give you a good idea as to how she set up this pin. Okay. So if you look at this, she set this up as a shoppable pin, which is what you guys are going to want to do on anything that you pin that's a product. Okay. So if I click here, it's going to show me any product that is similar. Nick, is your mind blowing right now?
I'm just like, I've been on Pinterest before, and I'm trying to like I'm looking at it on my iPad. I have my laptop open over here with Pinterest up. I was trying to find the extension, but I think there's something weird because I don't usually use Chrome. I use Safari. And so there's something where it says your browser is managed. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Please stop messing with it. And so it won't let me find this Pinterest extension.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to like follow along. That's the look on my face. That's the look of a man who's trying to figure out a woman's world.
Yeah, I hear ya. Yeah, you might maybe just go to like Reddit and see how people got around that, or just Google how to get a Pinterest extension on Safari if that's the platform that you, or not the platform, but the browser that you want to use.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Nick, I think you should be able to download Chrome on your
download. I have Chrome as well. Like I pulled up Pinterest on Chrome and I went to the extensions thing. It's not like even when I search it, it doesn't pull anything up in extensions. So I don't know if it's something with that. It says my browser is managed by my organization. I'm like, what organization? I know. I'm like, that's me. What you talking about? So I don't know. I will do some searching later on.
Cool. Okay. So you guys can see that she set this up as a buyable pin, right? And it's got the link right here. So whether you click on the picture, you click on here, you click on save, it's going to take you to her website. Okay. So that's really what we want your followers to do. We want to get your followers to your website. So let me show you what that looks like. If I want to create a pin, I'm going to come over here to create. Okay. So you can do stories. Actually, you may not be able to do stories. I have early access, so I can do stories. I'm not sure if you guys have that or not. So we'll just come to a regular pin. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. This is also what it's going to look like when you click on that extension on Chrome. It's going to pop up. It's going to have you add a title. Right here is where you're going to select the board. So whatever board you want it to go to, you're going to pick what board you want. Okay. This is where you're going to put your image. So if I come here, let me just see. I think I've got one for product. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but okay. That brings up an important point. Pinterest has to have specific size photos. You can do square photos, but do not do square photos because Pinterest is not going to give those photos priority. Pinterest wants you to have it in that nice rectangle that you see right here. So if it is not already 200 by 300 or bigger, but the same dimensions, right? Like the same rectangular size, then you're not going to get as much exposure. How many of you use Canva? Yay. Okay. So when you're in Canva, you've probably seen that one of the ways to format it is Pinterest. Just put it in there, put it in Canva, put it in Pinterest size, and boom, you're done. Okay. It always has to have a title. So you would put your title here. And then here is where you would put the description of your pin. And this is where I was saying, keep in mind, you always want it to very, very easily describe what they're looking at so that it's searchable. And that's where your hashtags are going to go. Okay. Destination link. Do not forget to put your website. So this is where you're going to put the exact link. So I'm not talking Kelly's website. I'm talking the exact website for this product that I'm pinning. So I'm going to come to the product site. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to put that link in here. So it's going to go straight to that product. Because if you think about it being a web search engine, they don't want to click 8 times. They want to be there in one click and done. So it's going to take you a little bit longer to get each individual link, but it will get you more sales. Good so far? Okay. So I'm going to close out of this because I don't actually want to do that. Okay. So when I go back to the pins, I want to show you guys what I was talking about, making them buyable pins. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to come over to created because I only want to see, well, why is it only showing me? Oh, there they are. Duh. All right. So these are the pins that I have created myself. Do you see how this has 3 products down here listed? Okay. So I used to do affiliate links. So what I did was when I created this pin, I clicked on the little price tag item or icon. And when you do that, it allows you to put the specific images along with the specific website for those products. Okay, so let me go back. When any one of you comes to my pin and clicks on any of these, like if you click here, this is going to take you to my affiliate link that sells that t-shirt. Okay. Now, I don't know if that link is still active, but that's where it took you when it was active. Make sense? Okay. So if you have, for example, a graphic that has, the Drops of Youth peel, the Drops of Youth face wash, the whatever else in that line, you can take each one of those products, make it a buyable pin, and have all of them listed down here with a specific link to that particular product.
So you can like bundle it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's incredible.
This is
Do you
crazy.
see why I'm amazed that more people aren't using Pinterest for their business?
Yeah.
So you can
But
show
this
the,
blows.
you can show
Go
the bundle, but have each item separately priced also?
Yeah. So
Mhm.
you guys know, at least you may know, that flat lays are really popular. People love flat lays. So you can go and you can Google flat lay images with no copyright. So if you're in Canva, Canva is a great place because you already have the rights to the content. Go in there and search flat lays or search, clothing. I don't know, whatever you want to search, but get a flat lay, put some products on there, transparent background products, throw them all on there, and boom, you've got a really great pin.
And I mean, like, obviously this is copyrighted, but what I'm using as my background is an example of like what you would do, right?
Absolutely. Okay. Now remember though, when you are when you're sharing a body shop graphic on Pinterest, it doesn't matter if it's copyrighted as long as you say so, because it's Pinterest. So it's already on the web. You're just sharing it from the web. Does that make sense? So if you don't have the rights to an image, you wouldn't create the image yourself, but you would share it on your Pinterest.
But I mean, could you share this photo and then add all of the products like you did? Like,
If you got that photo from the assets that we share, yes. If you just Googled that image, then no.
okay.
All right.
All right.
What questions do you have so far? I'm going to stop sharing for a moment because I am going to multitask and check on the power hour that's going on.
So I'm gonna chime in. I think people are waiting for that to start. I don't know. I've been getting
Oh,
messages
it's already
from.
started. It's already
Oh, it
started.
did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
They're-
gonna let them know
yeah,
to
I
refresh.
pre-scheduled them.
Okay.
The first one should have started at noon because they're scheduled posts. Yeah, it went up 8 minutes ago. There's no comments though, so I'm not sure how many people have seen it. Okay, back to Pinterest. What questions do you have? What else can I walk you through? Because like I said, I just wanted this first session because I'm imagining you guys are going to want more sessions. I really just wanted this one to be kind of a very casual walkthrough of what can be done on it. So you guys can go and play with it and come back with more questions because there's so much more to know about it. And the analytics are amazing. At one point I had like 70,000 viewers. So imagine exposing your business to 70,000 people. No
I
question.
think all of our minds are blown at this
Yeah.
very moment. I think we're all
Yeah.
just like processing of like how to go back and
Yeah.
like for me, I want to. It's time consuming, but I do
Mhm.
want to make it aesthetically pleasing. I do want to do cover graphics and I want to organize it. So I've been writing down a checklist. Go back and merge and then rearrange. And so I mean, there's definitely a place to start. But yeah, I want to know everything.
I feel like I want to take the rest of my day off and just play. I want to play now. I'm like, of course, I'm in a conference room right now. I'm at work and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can just take a half day and play in Pinterest today.
And I also think too, you have to set your mind around it's a search engine versus you're trying to get
Yes.
followers and conversation.
Oh, that's a good point.
So that in and of itself is changed the whole way you think about it. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's
but
a
if
really
you think
good
of
point, Holly.
Pinterest, people do, that's what they're thinking. So
Yeah, and I like that you say that because while followers are important on Pinterest, it doesn't matter how many followers you have. If somebody's searching the hashtags that you've put in there, they're going to see you regardless of how popular you are.
Okay.
So I want to show you guys one other thing that because I feel like I haven't blown your minds enough yet.
Mhm.
So when you're searching, are you seeing my screen or not yet? There we go. Okay. So when you're searching and when you're just getting started, you want to follow boards that are relevant to what you do because it all links. It's kind of like Facebook shows you the things that Facebook thinks you want to see. Pinterest needs to know what you're interested in so that you're seeing things that you're likely to pin. So if I were to come here and I were to put in vegetarian, actually, I do have a vegetarian board, but that's all cooking. Okay, so if I search vegetarian products, and actually, you know what? Let me search vegetarian skincare. Okay, see, somebody's put the Body Shop up there. So if you search vegetarian skincare, you'll see this one. This is a blog about vegetarian skincare. Okay, so this is probably something that I am going to want to pin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through and I'm going to choose the board. But what I want to show you is, do you see this where it says, it's got the little, it's got like people's profile pictures there. Do you see that?
Mhm.
That's a Pinterest group. So anything that I pin, the whole Crunchy Moms Unite group sees. Yeah. So same thing down here. I've got one that I started, I think it's natural living community. There's like, I don't know how many hundreds of people in here. So I'm going to pin this one to natural living community board, because anything that I put in here, everybody in that group is going to see it. Even if they don't search for it, it's going to show up in their feed. So if you search, and I don't know if it still works the same way anymore or not, but you used to be able to search for groups to join. Let me see if you can still do that. I don't think you can. I'll have to Google that one and get back to you guys. Oh, here you go. How to find and use Pinterest group boards. I didn't have to go anywhere outside of Pinterest. It's right there. So, you know, here's Pinterest board groups that you can join to boost your traffic. So honestly, guys, just getting in there and playing around, that's how I learned all of it. I didn't go to any classes or anything. I just played around and found things like this. But to get more exposure, groups are definitely the way to go.
Amazing.
Okay.
Cool. What else? I don't want to overwhelm you, but I want to give you enough to get in there and play around and see what you think.
I'm
I
excited.
think
Yeah, I'm excited.
yeah, I'm very excited about it. I think I'm trying to like wrap my head around, like Colleen said, the fact that it's a search engine. But then when we're talking about groups, there is a social media aspect to it in that way, so that you are able to connect with people. And so now, like I have had Pinterest for years, but I've only used it just to like search stuff, and people have sent me things and recipes and whatnot, and I've never really pinned anything until we did the Pinterest training with Jess Murphy a couple weeks ago. And I started like finding different things there. And so then as I'm building content on my VIP group, I've been going to Pinterest to find graphics and whatnot there, because like I'm still like, you can tell if you go to any of my parties or my VIP group, you can tell which graphics I've created as opposed to the ones I've found by people who know what the hell they're doing. And so I'm still trying to like get that all going. And so like during this, I've switched my Pinterest account to a business account, and I'm like going through, I'm like, okay, so this doesn't look too bad. It's so, yeah, because like you hit that arrow and it's like unlock business tools, and I'm like, okay, and it goes to the next page and like make business account. I'm like, okay, and it's done. So, and right now I'm like looking at the cover thing and I'm like, I'm fine with that. Now I'm just trying to think of all the different ways I'm going to organize the board, the page and whatnot. And then, you know, maybe I'll get a follower or two before too long, because I have no one, but I'm also following no one either.
So here's the other thing, guys. Let's follow each other, because that way we can see what everybody else is doing.
Cool.
And I've gone through and I've looked for people, especially like direct selling bloggers. I follow a bunch of them because they've got a lot of really great ideas that we can learn from. And I just always like to know what other people are doing to be successful. So, and if you've noticed, guys, when you Google anything, usually within the top 5 search results is a Pinterest pin. So just goes to show you, it's very, very powerful when you're using it right.
Yeah, because you hear all of these entrepreneurs or startup businesses of like, let's say celebrities, like Untailored James, or I don't know what it's called, but you know what I mean. And they're like, my Pinterest business is phenomenal. And I'm like, how? Like, but they are saying it's like an unreal experience. Like once you've unlocked it, you
Yep.
can make a lot of money off Pinterest.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
there you go.
Yeah, and not that this is a good thing, but it's good for you guys. The Body Shop corporate, as far as like the retail side of it goes, they have not done a whole lot on Pinterest, which
Okay.
is really great because
Right.
it's a lot more likely that
Sounds
your
more-
content's going to show up.
Mhm. Yeah, because there's a lot of games, party ideas, but not
Yep.
really business. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Nick, what's your handle on let's follow each other. I'm Easy Beauty with Kelly. Nick, what's
Okay.
yours?
I'm at Nick Olas, NICKOLAS 1225.
I'm your first follower.
Stop it. I'm
So what are
so
you-
honored. Nothing has made me happier in my entire life.
So Jocelyn, Colleen, what are you guys?
I know Jen and I both put our handles in the chat too.
Divine
Okay.
Waters.
Oh, thank you. That's probably easiest. I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
thinking.
Nick, you're picking
Josh
up
said
steam. You've
divine.
got two.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
dumb question of the day. How do you find what your name is in Pinterest? I mean,
are
I
you
have my
on- are you
page
on-
I
up.
had to look.
So then it should be right below your profile picture.
Oh,
If you're on your page.
okay, I'm on my business page.
Mm-hmm.
It just has
There's an @ sign in front
display
of it.
name.
Yep.
Yes, display name.
Oh, see, I use username. I must have picked the wrong one.
Well, you have a display name that'll be like here. Let's see if you can
Thanks,
see
Nick.
this.
Yeah.
Of
I
course. Okay, so once the light goes right. So you have the picture. The display name is like the bold one. And then
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
below that is what your username would be. And that's what has the @ sign in front of it.
Oh.
Does that make sense, Debbie?
Sort of. I'm just trying to find it.
Where's
Where's
Okay.
my,
Go to the chat and there's people have put their username.
well, I
up
know,
there.
but I'm just trying to go to my page. Here we go. Oh, good grief. That's an old name. Okay.
Hmm.
But now I know what to put. Where's the chat go?
Jocelyn, are you Divine Waters Beauty Care? Because I'm also seeing Jocelyn Harnish when I search Divine Waters.
You have red hair in
I
your
think
picture,
it-
Jocelyn?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I found you.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Okay, I have not been able
Gotcha.
to find Jen though.
I am on my iPad, so I need to try to.
I'll be cleaning mine up today.
Me too.
I know. I just thought the same thing. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I think I'm already a business account, honestly. I don't know.
Do you think there's a different way to find, like on an iPad, to find your
I have
Maybe.
username?
no idea about iPhone.
Well, if you
Because
go,
look at what mine. Oh, here. See what mine. Can you see that, Nick?
yeah, put it a little closer.
It doesn't have my.
Okay, so then
So when
Jen,
I
go up to
go-
the your top right corner there. If you click
Yeah.
the like your little profile picture.
I
So
did that.
does it offer any sort of like settings or more info sort of thing like that?
It gave me, of course, my display name, which is just Jen Davidson, and then my
Right.
username is Jen_Davidson. So it
Right.
doesn't give me anything with an @ symbol. When I
Well,
look
when
in
I
my
looked up
account-
yours, I did use @Jen_Davidson and I found it.
Me too.
Oh,
That's
I
how I
found
found
Jen
you.
too, but I'm
Yeah.
not finding Divine Waters. Beauty
Oh,
Care?
I'm not Divine Waters, sorry.
Divine
So
Water.
that's Jocelyn. Debbie, when
Thank
I
you.
searched at Divine Waters, what came up there, like Jocelyn Harnish, her name with her profile picture came up in the options down there, and that's the correct one.
Same.
Mine's all messed up right now.
I'm going
It's okay,
through all of my
We're all
boards
gonna
right now.
fix it. We're all gonna
going
fix
through-
our Pinterest and make them look pretty. So I don't even know if I have anything pinned right now. So I got to figure out how to merge my accounts. So
Kelly, I have 3,000 pins right now, and I'm like going through my boards quickly. Like, do I have anything that would be really detrimental right now?
You do just make
What
it a private board.
What I love is that I go from favorite recipes that look really like like the caloric is just really up there, and then 21 Day Fix is right beside it.
cool.
Sorry, guys.
Bridget, what was
can't thank
your
you enough.
username?
Thank you so much, Bridget.
Mine
Wonderful.
is
Thanks.
Be more life.
Be More Life. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly. I forgot what mine was.
That's okay. I was stalking you while we were doing this, so it took me forever to find you. But yeah, so BMOORE life.
Yep.
Yep.
So if you guys want to schedule another one, we can go into like the analytics and how to really get more out of it based on your current stats.
Awesome. You guys want to do this next
Yeah,
month to give us a
sure.
chance to like play with
Yeah.
Pinterest
Yes.
and get in there, and then we'll have part 2 in April.
Mhm.
Awesome. Bridget, I thank you for your time. The people who said they were going to be here and didn't jump on, it is their loss, even though I recorded it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that I had to move it back. Last week was
Works.
quite a hot mess.
Everything worked
We
out.
just hope everything's okay.
Yeah, no one's gotten sick. We just had to work through the emotions of being the #1 seed and not being able to go to any more tournaments.
I didn't tell them
Oh.
why. I just said you had a family issue. I didn't tell them.
Yeah.
So
So basically what happened was 30 minutes before we were supposed to meet last week, I got a call from the wrestling coach saying the entire team is quarantined. Everybody needs to pick their kids up from school. So I've got 2 kids on the team. So I call Kelly frantic. I'm like, the school's 25 minutes away. I don't think I'm going to get back in time. She's like, it's okay. I'm like, but I was so excited. So I went and picked them up. And as you can imagine, there's like, they quarantined 20% of the school
Oh my gosh.
just based on one family that had 2 kids on the wrestling team.
Sorry.
so sorry.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I'm glad
And then
I'm
you
glad
had-
your kiddos are okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they're good. They're good. But we've actually got one of their buddies here too, because he was also #1 seed in his weight class. And so he took it really hard, and his mom works during the day. So we're like, you know what, just let him hunker down here with our kids. So
Oh, that's sweet.
yeah, but
Well, before we go, you have to make me host again, I think, so that I can save everything.
let's do that.
Cool.
There you go.
I'm host now. So, Bridget, you're amazing. All of you who jumped on are amazing. I'm so glad we did this, and I can't wait for part 2.
Yay!
Thanks, Kelly, for organizing.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, all. Take care.
Bye, Nick.